are difficult. It's not uncommon for livers to be damaged before transplants. Even when transplants are successful, complications are common. In 2022, researchers perfected a technique to use lab-produced bile ducts to repair damaged livers. This is a huge breakthrough. From germ theory to gene therapy, medical advances have improved our quality of life. The intent of medicine seems clear, helping people. What happens then when dishonest means are used to obtain a useful end? This question is at the heart of a major medical controversy in 1969. Dr. Denton Cooley performed the first artificial heart transplant, a major medical milestone. However, the means by which Cooley obtained the heart, one could say, was heartless. So today, let's travel back to 1960 to better understand the need for ethics in medical research. To do this, we will examine the circumstances surrounding Cooley's heartlessness, followed by the implications and why it matters. During the 1950s, Cooley and Dr. Michael DeBakey worked together as the dynamic duo of heart surgeons. In fact, according to author Thomas Thompson, they transformed the quality of medicine in Houston in less time than it takes to age a good bottle of wine. The Houston Chronicle claims that they made the Texas Medical Center the epicenter for cardiovascular care, a place that drew in patients from around the world and nation, both common man and heads of state. Behind their success, though, their big egos often got in the way of their professional work. The catalyst? Cooley moved his office from Baylor to the St. Luke's Hospital in 1960. Here, he established the Texas Heart Institute, making him more successful than he already was. Fanning the flames in 1969, Cooley took possession of the first ever artificial heart from DeBakey's lab, without his permission. Cooley then continued to implant the stolen heart into a patient. DeBakey was furious. New York Times reports that DeBakey called the theft a betrayal, unethical, and childish act. But Cooley justified his actions by claiming that he was desperate to save the patient's life. Ironically, the patient passed away shortly after the procedure, and the feud ultimately ended with Cooley to resign from his position at Baylor. The implications of the Cooley-DeBakey feud are profound. Not only did Cooley harm his own reputation, but he also hurt DeBakey. Unfortunately, DeBakey could not call the artificial heart a successful first, but he was powerless to control the circumstances surrounding the transplant of the heart he worked so hard to create. For Cooley's part, he suffered shame. Medical history would forever remember Cooley for his lack of ethics. But despite the hurt Cooley and DeBakey faced, not all the implications of this event are negative. The Houston Chronicle calls the procedure a Kitty Hawk type of advance, a dream since the 1940s. Even though the patient ultimately died, the procedure left a legacy. Today, mechanical cardio parts like valves, pacemakers, and support devices are commonly used to help faulty hearts, and their origins lie in the groundbreaking work of DeBakey. Now that we've explored the implications of this groundbreaking procedure and theft, we're left with a question of why it matters. Simply, Cooley's theft illustrates the need for ethics in medical research. Honesty and respect are essential in medicine. For my part, after learning about this important moment in history, I can allow myself to think and make decisions for myself. Whether you are planning to be a heart surgeon like Cooley and DeBakey, or something completely different, this event teaches us to think about our actions and their consequences. How would you feel if your ideas and credit were stolen? We must use empathy to avoid engaging in activities that would lead us to feuds. So today, we explored the circumstances surrounding a medical milestone. Dr. Denton Cooley's implantation of the first ever mechanical heart in 1969, followed by its implications and why it matters. As we continue to evolve in our understanding of medicine, our need for ethical standards becomes apparent. We must hold ourselves to the highest standards. It's the smart thing to do.